Hello, everyone, and welcome to twitch.tv/free enterprise, where tonight we have our community Friday night race. I'm going to say those objectives on the screen right now are not the actual objectives because I do not know what half of that is referencing. But tonight we have an excellent race for you tonight with our four racers on the restream. We have Neon Gray in the upper left and G-Dave on the upper right. The lower left we have Moboy, and on the lower right we have Rybon. Pink Pups represent here. We have all the Pink Pups out in full force tonight. I'm going to toss you on over to Heart Gamer, who's going to introduce the rest of the crew here.
On Free Enterprise, yes, those are some lovely racers in here. Joining us in the booth is myself, Heart Gamer 26, but of course my wonderful, lovely commentator, Emily. Emily's poorly drawn bees, so definitely go follow her. Of course, we have tracking Scythe Marshall doing a wonderful job on tracking, and of course, our lovely restream is Xenocat. So give everyone much love in the chat, and make sure to follow them too on theirs, and make sure to follow all the racers. And do you want to talk about what we got going on tonight, Emily?
Absolutely. So tonight we have a little bit of a experimental flight, kind of like a boss rush kind of thing. So you see our 6 objectives there. It's basically complete all 6 checks in the moon. So you got Cave Bahamut, and then you go in the LST, and you got the 5 bosses down there. Now with the objective tracker portion of the overlay here, as you can see, it only has room for 5 objectives. So the White Spear Altar and the Ribbon Room are being smushed into one objective, as it is usually those two are done one right after the other. So when people complete one of those rooms, we're going to just kind of like uncheck 4, recheck 4, whatever it takes to kind of communicate that point across. So we'll do our best to keep on top of that and explain it. But yeah, this is T standard, shop standard, nothing super exciting for loot. We're basically racing for the Darkness Crystal, and then we're going to go to the moon, and we're going to clear everything except for Zeramis. At least, no, wait, no, this is the one that has a crystal, isn't it? We are going to fight Zeramis afterwards. I'm going to go confirm that.
And it looks like we get an edge start, so that's going to be kind of nice if we can find something early to dart that could get people in pretty quickly. And
as you can tell, I was doing that async where it was basically this without the crystal, and I got thrown off. Oh, I already punted.
Scala saying that we are fighting Z. So.
We are fighting Z. Anyway, let's get things started here.
All right, come on, early darkness. Let's see everyone panic.
I want to see a starting darkness crystal. It's past my bedtime.
I want to see panic.
So we got it. Got ourselves a Porm, everyone's favorite healer. There's a Magma Key.
Oh, that could be
no hook route. No DKC into Knazo on the hook route. You know, you got to be relieved to see that. We got a ninja shirt for our ninja man here. Let's see what's gosh. Some samurai gear and a shuriken.
Mm-hmm. And before, like, D-Mist is on the hook route with the required darkness, right?
Oh, of course. I've been to at least a couple of races where that happened. It's always a good time. So we're going to see our Enterprise raise up, and we're going to see what everyone's going to tackle first. With the starting edge, even with Sideki, it does raise the possibility of doing some early checks, or we can go grab that loot, even if it's not the most exciting loot in the world with only T standard, but let's see what everyone does in a few seconds here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we got to figure out something. So it looks like, okay, we got a couple that are heading to Baron, which not a bad spot to start. Yeah, definitely. Edge started with a Charm Claw.
But weapon of the game, it's so charming.
I know, it's a charming thing to do. Okay, it looks like we also have Moleboy doing a Mist Cave check. That's pretty good.
Going for that aggressive Mist Dragon there. Oh, well, there's the All Gauntlet.
Yep.
So we know that's not on the moon.
Darn it. Aw. No, I wanted it on the moon. That would have been hilarious.
I don't know. I don't mind on the moon myself. That's like your grind right in one spot
true.
there. Yeah. But that's one semi-nasty thing off the moon. It's good that we're getting this information early. We're going to see if maybe somebody checks the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we technically have NG Dave in the waterfall, just watery pass of the waterfall.
Running around, see what they can find there in this higher weighted spot. And in the meantime, we're going to see Yang at the inn. I know I'm excited, and absolutely nobody else is.
With an Ashura right there. I know there was a headband found, so that's not too bad in the watery pass. And it looks like we got our first person heading underground, potentially, with Neo Gray over there.
Just throwing the key in a well. Don't know how that opens up a mountain, but anyway, the little right, we're gonna see Edge do some work with that Mew Knife Charm Claw combo.
That's impressive. I'm impressed that oh into
Oh
Mop Top.
no! Oh,
Oh,
this is
oh.
not as effective here. We're gonna see if they give it a shot or if they just decide it's not gonna be worth the time yet. Looks like they're going for it.
Let's see if we can get them in. We got, let's see, we got NG Dave, looting Damsian, which is not a bad place. A bunch of bots there for you to check. Ooh, an Elven Bow's not a bad bow to get early on.
And
We got,
Apophis is always nice too.
oh, Bogus is definitely nice. Now, is Neo Gray actually going to go underground?
I feel like, just
Yep.
as a hunch, that
Yeah, they
Neon
are.
Gray, I feel like they're going to check the freebies. We're like talking Fae March chest, maybe Sheila 1. Oh, they're thinking about it.
Oh, are we going to get a Job Dwarf?
Looks
would
like
be
it. All right, as we see, Rybon is still checking out. Oh, they're at the explosion. They're actually making. He's actually making really good progress. Only taking 33 off that, off the explosion there, and going for a flame here. We're gonna see if that kills him. Oh, he did!
Nice
All
job,
right.
Rybon. And looks like for Neo Gray, check the Job Dwarf so that the seed is now validated, and it's a vocal panthologist. And a rat tail is what Rybon received, so gotta get that hook somehow.
We'll see if Darkness is there or somewhere more convenient. Hoping that eventually someone will check the freebies underground. We'll see if that happens to be where Darkness Crystal is, which would be kind of fun if it is.
That would be very fun.
Yes, congrats again to Rybon for getting through that fight on his first try there. That's
That
not
was-
a fight you want to lose with the time it takes, but he got it and he got his gang.
Now he's gonna find Gauntlet at the Mist Cave, and we got Moleboy doing. Okay, we're doing Hobbs. Did not want that Tella apparently, and looked like Antlion was.
Antline, yeah, absolutely. And
the
then granted, Edge with Flame can take out the Antline without too many counterattacks, but we're gonna see how NG Dave deals with it now. Or just 2 hits, that works too.
But Googly Eyes is not on the moon. Sad. Sad.
Oh, Googly Eyes is always fun to fight at Wyvern.
He just wanted some fresh air. That's all he
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, just hanging out in the mountain. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get our Fae March chest in a minute. I am excited.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. And it looks like NG Dave got through Antline, so it's gonna have a Tella. So potential anchor.
Potential ankle and potential push towards the reveals, which means we're gonna get some more variants in the seed. So we're gonna see more of it quickly.
That
So
Samurai Bow is a nice find too.
absolutely. So as Neon Gray heads down into the Fae March, it is worth pointing out that this is K-Main only, so the 2 Fae March bosses do not actually give you anything unless one of them is demissed. So this might be just a quick shopping trip and getting the freebie out of this chest here. That black robe will eventually come in handy.
Oh yeah. And, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Did you?
I've never seen this before. This is great.
Oh, the biggest boss of them all is the NPC boss. Well, Moleboy did check Watery Pass, and it's just some DMs, so no.
Just the dimps.
Yep, no free Masa. Wow, free Dark Demist, and I did not see what was out of. Okay, it looked like an Earth Crystal was the freebie.
Yep. So the armory is open, which might be a good source of loot this early into the seed. Also, 2 characters and key item. Lots of good stuff comes with that party rock there.
And NG Day, we saw Elements, and Elements decided to leave very quickly, so.
They were not long for this world.
No. And, oh, we got a spoon.
There we go. That will make one of the moon bosses a little quicker there.
Or we can always take an Edward and put it. Is that flag on? I did not see if that flag was on.
We are so prepared for this tonight. Let's go.
I know!
And yeah, it looks like the spoon is indeed on, so we're going to potentially do things eventually.
They decide to.
First, he has to stay alive long enough to actually swing the spoon.
True.
Yeah, even in game levels, we're talking about 880 HP. There, it's not a lot.
No, it's not. I mean, he can cheese a few bosses, which could be useful if need be. Like, I know that you can technically cheese DKC with the Edward, with the hiding.
There's also Evil Wall, where everyone else dies and Evil Wall starts beating itself up. There's also Odin, where you can hit with a lightning-based item during the third, just before the third Odin attack, and you get a Thunderstruck bonus, which I have no idea why they programmed that into the game, but it's there.
Also, technically, we do have Witchburn on this flag set, so if something mean comes out like a big bang, maybe a meteor, if you can try to RA1, I don't know if it actually would work, but could try to hide Edward. I don't know how effective it might be, but it's something.
Oh, you'd have to do some shenanigans to get that to work, but it is indeed possible.
I mean, shenanigans are always fun.
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to see if Neon Gray goes straight to Sheila 1 while NG Dave is checking ordeals. We're going to see the first boss there in a second as Rybon starts clearing the end line cave and Rollboy starts making his way downtown as well.
Yep, and we got a Knazo on the first spot of Mount Ordeals since we already saw elements. And Knazo may or may not be long for this world, depending. It looks like Neo Gray is actually going to do Earth? Definitely that treasury for sure.
Yeah, definitely treasury. This might be some more information on what type of characters they want for the rest of the seed, depending on what they pull out of these boxes here.
So, unfortunately, like our restream said, unfortunately does not have they do not have music, but it's all in the hearts of everybody, so it's playing right now, and we get to rate that treasury, so
far, we got, I think that first test was a Star Veil. We got Dragoon armor.
I saw a boomerang, so you can at least back row that edge that we got. Another Bacchus.
Yep, that sure was a bunch of boxes with things in them.
Yes, it was.
Some of them even had money. Meanwhile, NG Dave takes out that Knazo, and Moleboy is about to get his Darkness Crystal. We'll see if he struggles with the Purple Robe as well. I have now invested in this. Oh, he defeats the Purple Robe. Fantastic.
Oh, we got a back attack Leviathan on Ordeals. Okay, that's fun.
Too bad. It's no Plague, it's no Vivalis. The big wave is obviously going to come out. He might get an Ice 2 off before we get any damage in, or we could just start like the shirt did and do a couple other things to end this fight right off the bat.
Yeah, and it was apparently, according to chat, discount treasury had better stuff. That's kind of sad that the premium stuff, but isn't that usually how it works? Premium stuff isn't always the best.
It's the joy of T standard.
Yeah. So Neo Gray is going to Fabul, probably checking that Sheila 1 spot, or seeing what Sheila 1 gives out.
We'll see if they decide to defend the castle first, get those 2 checks there while they're in the area.
Did Neo Gray actually check the bosses at Feymarch or not? I did not see that.
No, they just they got their stuff in Jeddah, I do believe.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. And NG Dave is through Leviathan, so we will
Let's see who's the grand ordeals here.
Okay, we do. According to chat, we do not know March bosses. So okay. So potential D-miss there, which would be really, really rude.
It would be. It's one of the worst spots on Earth to find them is either of those spots.
Ugh, that would be mean.
So we got our. There's the pan.
We got a pan, and I don't think NG Dave went underground yet, so can do that all in one swoop if he would like to. Oh, hi, Plague.
Well, here's a Plague. Bye, Plague.
Yeah, Plague's not long for. Well, maybe. There we go. Now Plague. At least Plague knows how to count. Very nice.
Well, he didn't there.
Oh no, guess not.
All right. So meanwhile, we got Dr. Blue Gay attacking Fabhole with his wonderful machinations. Mostly just talking people to death. I feel like this is his main attack.
And Neon Gray has got, hopefully, is gonna get the poison off or not?
That's the cutscene after this, so we're not gonna get any poison walk anyway, which is actually quite lovely, to be honest.
No poison walk music. Oh, what a free Feymarch. Oh, we missed the bosses. No, I missed the bosses.
Admittedly, so did I. I was seeing that. I just want to see key items. I want to see the key items.
So nothing too bad. Oh, and that's a package on Neon Gray's side.
Might be worth checking to see who's there, but otherwise, nothing too exciting about that.
I mean, a potential character, potential Demas that leads into darkness.
We gotta stop banking all of our hopes on Demas here.
I know,
We're just
yeah.
gonna be disappointed.
Yes, we are. And it looks like Moleboy has also validated the seed too. Oh, that's
Sweet.
kind of cheeky.
We don't have to go to the moon now.
Yay! We win? Does that mean we win?
We go straight to service. Fantastic.
That's really cheeky. But depending on where Neon Gray finishes, could just easily go to the back to Earth, because I know it takes longer on certain spots on the moon to walk all the way down than it is to actually come back to Earth and go to Troya. So that is not too bad of a find.
Especially if they decide to do Cape Bahamut last, is when that would especially come into play.
Mm-hmm. That would definitely. And oh, looks like what we got. We got NG Dave doing the Baron in, so gonna hopefully get that Yang fairly quickly.
That's hit about double the damage there that Robin hit earlier, so that should give a little bit of an idea of what the damage output is like here. So this Mon Bomb fight should be a little faster.
Oh, it looks like Moleboy is in Dwarf. So
Heck yes. Hey, it's 2 key item checks as long as you have warp, and you know.
And a potential character, so to help build that team up.
And 2 chances for Demist.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. The shop isn't too bad.
What do you think Demist makes anyway?
What was that?
What sound do you think a Demist makes anyway? Like, is it a dragon sound, or is it like a whooshy sound because it's like a mist?
Maybe I don't know. Probably an eerie dragon sound that you would hear in the fog.
Eerie dragon sound?
I know, right?
So like a dragon cry, but creepy.
Yes. Most definitely. Scare its enemies away.
Oh, apparently it has a canonical sound thanks to World of Final Fantasy, so we could just look that up on the internet like everything else.
Bunch of rattling bones. That could be creepy. But now all I can think of is spooky, scary skeletons playing in the background anytime I see Demas now.
Oh, there we go. We got Skull on it now. We're gonna get that Demas noise.
Yes, it's time for some canon lore.
Unlike that uncanon lore, which is also called the After Years. What?
I've never played it, so I can't say anything.
I have many things to say, but this stream is not long enough.
I mean, admittedly, I will admit, Final Fantasy IV, the free Enterprise version, is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. So it looks like Moleboy has actually left Dwarf, which is reasonable. With only 2 characters, I don't blame him.
Yeah, it's you could easily like spoon through the first boss and probably take down the second boss, but that's a really inefficient use of that spoon. And if you don't get Darkness Crystal from those checks, it feels bad. And also, it doesn't have warp yet. You kind of want that warp.
Yeah, that is very true. And looks like Neon Gray is trying to get through Leviathan. Unfortunately, Edge kind of took a dip. And we'll see if Porum can live.
I just realized their names are Rusted Edge. That is a good naming scheme. I do enjoy that.
That is funny. Ooh, getting a Zeus rage off.
There we go. That works.
It got through! Yay!
Good old elemental weaknesses.
Yeah, that is very true.
And NG Dave throwing his key into the well, so that's all 4 mountains blowing up into smithereens now.
Not much. Okay, can confirm that Demas makes a screechy dragon sound in World of Final Fantasy. Okay.
So if we combine both those games, it is a screechy sound while the bones rattle.
Nice.
There we go.
I like it.
Because as we all know, mobile gacha games are the purest form of lore.
Oh yes, most definitely. And Neon Gray is going to get their pan, which could be a little... Already did Sheila 1, but hey, still not bad. Not bad to get.
Still key item check, and even though the sylphs will not give anything, because this is K-main only, they will still give a high-tier piece of equipment, and there is a lot of things that go in Edge, so pretty decent chances of getting something good for Edge, or maybe somebody else as well.
To get a dart, that is a possibility as well. So, And so it's gonna leave. So Rybon's gonna leave the village, and yeah, pretty much everybody's doing
Starting to
pretty
retread on each other's steps
Yeah.
here. We haven't seen anyone complete Dwarf Castle yet, or say Keyless Tower.
I
where else?
know Neon Gray checked the treasury, but no one's gone up Earth yet. So that is another possibility of a check. Be interesting to see what bosses are there and what potential characters, and could kind of get a check on who's actually at Dwarf as well. This isn't the second boss the one that takes your Earth Crystal from you when you get up there?
Some free information there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just saw Rybon's name scheme a little bit. They're all named after Olympic sports. That's interesting.
Interesting.
We're like, yes, sports, indeed.
Sports ball, yay! Only one played one sports ball in my life, so.
Yeah, so did I. It was never for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but yeah. And it looks like Neon Gray is going back to check that pan. Very smart, very smart.
Absolutely. And I always root for people to open cheeky chests here, but with 7 trap chests, all of them distributed randomly, I understand doing it.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean, you're so low on health, and Porum is a decent white mage, but
Not these levels, she ain't.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to give her some credit. I tried.
She does learn exit before Rosa, usually.
So there, she's an exit mage.
There you go. Alright, so let's see what the Sylph gives for the pan whack here.
Yang, just for as many times as we've... Ooh, that's cheeky. That's cheeky.
That's already worth it, honestly.
Uh-huh.
2 Bacchus Wines, edge weapons. Yep.
Edge is gonna go to town, and he has the spoon if you really need to dart something, so yeah, he's gonna go to town.
But first, speaking of town, we're gonna see where Neon Gray is going here, as Moleboy does his ordeals. Rybon just finished defending Fabul, and Engie Dave is exiting right out of the Fade March here.
Now, did Rybon... No, Rybon hasn't gotten the pan yet, so has not done the second Sheila check. So I think that's what Neon Gray is going to be the first person to do so.
Let's see if Sheila has the goods here. I feel like it's a 75% chance she has the Darkness Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not this time.
She did have Hook, which... Neon... I mean, you start off... No, did Neon...
He didn't get the rat tail, or they didn't get the rat tail yet, no.
Yeah, they have faded Antlion. I've done that. I've done that. That's not a good thing to do.
I faded Antlion once for 2.5 hours, never again.
I did that I did that last night. I faded it completely in my seed that I ran yesterday on the Pink Puff League, so that was fun.
And now at Yellow People, it takes, especially if you have some levels on you and a source of exit, it's like less than 2 minutes. It's right there.
And I mean, it's not a bad boss, but I can see... Oh, okay.
Rat tail's at Baronin, so once we get the Yang, we get the rat tail. Yeah.
Okay.
Good thing we have Scythe on the tracking.
Yep, see.
Yep.
See, no, what we were doing was quizzing Scythe to make sure Scythe was paying attention, so Scythe passed. Good job.
Oh, I have excuses, I just forgot.
I was trying to be cheeky. No, I honestly misremembered. I apologize.
How dare you be a human, you person.
A shucky darn.
So we have 2 racers finishing up ordeals. Moleboy and Rybon. Is it Rybon or Ribbon? Rybon? We're gonna go with Rybon.
I don't know. But it looks like Neon Gray is actually going to check the hook route for a potential free character. And shops, and cheeky look at who could be on the hook. Because that could be a Demas too. I don't know if D-Mist... Well, D-Mist can kind of be punchy.
Are you sponsored by D-Mist?
Yes.
Some sort of... Oh, okay, thank you for confirming.
I don't know. I like D-Mist. I just don't fight D-Mist that often. I just like it.
Okay. I can tell because you still like it. That's why.
I get... Ooh, this is free at Dwarf. First fight is free.
And the second fight only has 3,000 HP, and Edge has some things to dart, so Enjide is going to have a pretty smooth-looking dwarf castle here. Meanwhile, we find sirens at Headland, so there's the grind taken off the table.
Yep, that is always a good thing. And with the moon being pretty much where we need to go, there is potential up there to do like the Golden Dragon, the Wit, the Warlocks, or could just do the eggs underneath here as well. Get
Good
that
old...
grind off immediately.
Exactly. It's get that. I like the egg grind myself because you can like split it up. Like you can do some now, do some later, that kind of thing.
Yeah, get people up a little bit so you can at least do some damage while you're under here. And like if Porum's going to be our white mage, at least get her spells somewhat so she can start healing and or especially to get berserk so she can start berserking people.
Get berserk. Get a number of those spells. Blink is another great one to have, and also at minimum you're going to want Cure 3 before you hit the moon, if not Cure 4.
That's a cane. I'm not mad about that. I wouldn't be mad about that. That's a cane.
Yeah, that's a cane.
And Mylon variant as well. And Enjide got through the King Queen. They're going to go disappear because they've realized the error of their ways.
I was really close, by the way. No, it wasn't. Alright, everyone's going to get some easy levels off that, which is always lovely.
Which it is. I like how Kane is named like. Over on Neon Gray's side. Alright, so who's the character at
Second boss
here?
As Molboy and Rybon are finishing up their ordeals. Now, do you wait out these 3 waves, or do you just... Oh, well, there's a Fu. You just... he probably comes with a spell strong enough to just end this fight. He might have Quake, he might have Nuke.
Mm-hmm.
With D-Knight here, is it quicker to take the 3 hits, or do you just attack through it here? It depends on what you have.
Let's see what spells are on. I guess gonna wait the 3 waves out, which is very fine. Oh, actually got a life 2 off. That's impressive.
Trying to time the 2 life spells to go off after the 3rd wave, which is pretty cheeky and something you can do when you do your agility manipulation. A little hard to do on the fly when you don't have time to prepare, but very, very solid attempt at trying to get experience on everyone relevant there.
Yeah. Yang with his very nice hit pool. That's always a good thing to get his HP, or get him experience so he can get high HP on that. And I don't know if Fu has a warp, because that could be a potential look here if he does.
Hell, we'll have it anyway because of ordeals.
That's true. Oh, no, Tella would have warp, wouldn't he? Yep, okay. I was thinking Fu. I blanked out. Once we got Fu, I blanked that Tella existed for a second.
Most people do. Tella's going to cast warp here, and then he's going to basically not do much else afterwards. There's a Legend Sword. That's pretty swag. Alright, so, hey, Fu had warp anyway.
Did have warp.
There you go.
And we got Neon Gray taking on one of the Sailman chests. Possibly getting a... Ooh, we got music over
We got music.
Yes, required music, please. I'll take that over D-Mist having darkness, just because I like music.
A favorite play of many of our community members who, nobody ever fades music purely out of spite.
I know. And Neon Gray got a coffin from that Staleman chest, so one of the... If we find the other guards, because I know one of the guards is in Feymarch, thanks to lovely chat, that could take out one of the captains.
It could take out the captain, or if it's the twin cards, you could just take out one of the guards, get some life glitches for his experience, all that sort of thing. Otherwise, probably a little disappointed it wasn't like a great piece of gear or whatever, but sometimes you'll just take the coffin and maybe that will help you out on the moon.
And Moleboy just got his hook and pass, so he's gonna go check that rat tail, possibly. Or go straight to do hook, just to check who's there.
Meanwhile, Rybon seeing that the free treasury is indeed better than the paid one today.
But nothing wrong with that. So
feels kind of bad. Oh, are we getting Zot? We're getting Zot. Here we go.
Ooh. That's gonna be fun.
rolling the dice on the longer Zot check here. You do like to see that from at least one of the racers. A little more divergence there as Neon Grace decides to go crack some eggs.
Which is always a good way to do a grind if you... It's an easy grind to do.
Easy grind to do, and you can do some of it now, do some of it later, so that you can do like a little bit now to get a boost, and then wait till you have your 10 key items and finish it up, or...
Actually, that was a very smart play on Neon Gray's side, getting a coffin and then going and doing a quick grind. Just got, for sure, Kane up in levels. Pretty easy.
Looks like that might be all they were doing there, was just getting the one Siren and Coffin off for a little diversion for 34,000 experience points. Now they're just looking through the inventory, seeing how they want to set up that Kane.
Nothing wrong with that. And I know in some of the shops there were some weapons, but need that precious thing called money.
Oh, money. We could go on for hours about that.
Yep, yes, we could. And I think Neon Gray is actually going to go do a Zot check too.
Unless they're very desperate for shopping, which I highly doubt that's the case on shop standard. Right.
I guess they're desperate for shopping.
Oh, there we go. All right, so we have the third person defending the Fab Rule here, as NG Dave is going to just completely blow away Lugia here. Oh, here's the other guards, and it is
the two.
Yes, the Baron guards.
So that means Capo guards are at Feymarch then.
So, kind of, you want to see Capo guards like on the moon or something, so that's one of the easier bosses off the moon, so we're starting. We haven't seen Val, we haven't seen Golbez, we haven't seen D-Mist, so there's still a lot of potential for this boss rush on the moon to go topsy-turvy.
That is very true. I mean, one of the free bosses that we can still see on the moon is Water Hag, but Water Hag can be kind of punchy.
Oh yeah, it's anything is punchy when or anything's dangerous when it's hitting you for like 15, 1.5, 2,000 damage per hit.
Oh, Dark Imps too. Nope, Dark Imps were at Watery Pass.
Yes.
So we've seen Dark Imps. So right now, I think Water Hag is the only truly free one. I know Calbrena actually can be decent if you have the right item. I had someone fall asleep. Oh. Did one of the guards fall asleep? Are they sleeping on duty? Come on, you can't be sleeping on duty here.
Yeah, especially when you're getting stabbed. That's a weird time to take a nap.
I mean, I've heard of people falling so deeply in sleep that they don't notice sounds, but I think you would notice if you were getting stabbed.
I do not wish to find out the hard way.
No, I do not want to know either. And so Rat Tail led to Baron Key.
Interesting. And meanwhile, Rybon skipping the mid Zot save here, a man after my heart, as it were. We have two black mages here. I feel like one of them is going to be favored over the other here, but we'll see what decisions Rybon makes here.
And you could, if Palom's chosen, you could do that twin if desperate. Well, no, Palom was chosen because I think Rybon didn't have a full team of 5. So
they told Radia to go off the tower of Zot by yourself. I know you're like 5 years old or 8 years old or whatever, but you can find your way back to Mist Village on foot by yourself.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing, and we got karate here at Zot. That's fun, but probably not much work with Edge here.
This spot is more known for its magic attack. Golbez here hurts a lot. Mega Sisters is also pretty bad, but a physical attacker like Yang, it's fine.
I like how he missed his counterpart. That's rather amusing to me.
Of course, you gotta know how to dodge your own kicks. Part of the monk training.
And it looks like Enjadave is going to give us our music.
A little more divergence. Gonna learn a little more about the sea.
Oh. He does. He has kept 10 key items. Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah, because the spoon is one.
Yep, I forget. Spoon is one. Pass, however, fun fact, is not. At least in this flag set. Is there a flag set there where it is?
No. There are flag sets that put it in different spots, so it can be like in the key item pool, but it's never a key item.
Pass is never a key item. Okay. Yep. And Rybon got through karate. Probably with ease, so we're going to see what key items given there.
Meanwhile, NG Day just running through Cave Magnes. And we see Neon Gray making their way through the Tower of Zod as well. They're going to get their Palom. Oh, NG Dave taking the safety save here. Why? Aw, that's disappointing.
It's not bad. Just in case.
It is technically the correct play. I'm just on team never save. Saving takes like 6 seconds. Like,
I've been burned. I've been burned by saving, but we are gonna... Well, we gotta wait for the Dark Elf to take everybody out first.
Yeah, there's
just
no...
a little bit too strong.
Yeah, there's no quick kill set up here on your own party here. With Virus would not do enough damage. Usually a lot of runners like to save this for after they do one of the downtown checks where they walk over the poison floor to get down to 1 HP, and then any spell just kills off your entire party, but NG Dave routed it a little differently here, so we get to sit through all of this.
But we're gonna be quiet so you guys can hear the lovely tunes of DJ Spoony Bard.
You do love to hear the classics from DJ Spoony B there.
I will be honest, I didn't recognize the tune.
From Final Fantasy 1.
But Evil Wall being at music was kind of evil, but those rocks is a good one. Oh, there's our darkness.
As there's darkness, and speaking of music, anyway, there's Evil Wall, lover of music, as he strums on his guitar. So it turns out the correct play here was, where was Twin Harp again?
Was
that was
behind. I think that was.
This is me pretending to quiz you.
Yeah, I know. Sealed cave. Oh yeah.
Oh,
so the
it's the Warp
Yep.
Lich. Yep. All right, there we go. So we have our first runner with access to the moon on our restream here.
Mm-hmm.
And as people are pointing out, this is a pretty significant lead because they have finished their music check and nobody else has started yet. So that's a few minutes by itself. And that's assuming anyone goes straight there, which that might not be the case.
True. That is very true. And while NG Dave was doing music, we have Rybon checking top of tower with CPU.
So with that said, looking at the key items here, nobody else on Restream even has the Twin Harp yet. So that is a significant lead for NG Dave.
It's most definitely.
All right, so we're going to see how he tackles this. Oh, he's going to check here. So that means he's going to find those sirens. He got his grind in. He is definitely making great progress through this seed.
Oh, yes. 10 key items, about to head to the moon, could do gold... Well, if you have Hourglass 2s, you could do dragons.
Do dragons, or if you have mute bells, there's always the warlocks.
If not, always classic eggs. Nothing wrong with some classic eggs.
And we see Moboy here about to do dwarf, so that technically puts him on the path to darkness. But at this point, it's looking like it's NG Dave's race to lose. He has such a commanding lead here.
Mm-hmm. But who knows who's up on that moon? We could have some pretty mean bosses. I mean, we haven't seen Wyvern, we haven't seen Golbez, we haven't seen who else? Who else could be?
Valis.
Valis could be mean.
Ogopogo.
Yeah, certain bosses are mean to me. I don't know if they're mean to other people, but like Ruby could kind of be mean depending on the spot.
Absolutely. Any sort of physical reliant attacker in the Wyvern spot is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, plenty of spots here. I know Mega Sisters in particular is very annoying in a lot of spots as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
how did I miss the item?
are we taking the cane?
So we got a Luca key from Tapa Tower.
Oh, and
there's
Waterhag.
Oh no, that means Waterhag is not on the moon, so
yeah.
no free.
Not
really any free bosses.
Nope, we are in for an excellent boss rush on the moon. It is going to be great.
I mean, the only one that could be kind of decent is Calbrina. I mean, if you have the right item, like if you can do Quake, if you can do a J... Are J items on? I did not see that flag, but if you have a J item, they can be hit all at once. Otherwise, you can always do a cheeky Toad with them as well.
Or everyone has food now. You can just cast... Well, most people have food. You can just cast Meteor.
That's true. I mean, Swag Rocket, why not?
Yeah. Put down the controller and listen to the rocks make their little pew-pew noises, because that's the noises rocks make.
Yes, that is true. No, Antlion is not out there. He is on Hobbs. He wanted some fresh air today. He did not feel like going to the moon, so no googly eyes on the moon.
Admittedly, I know literally nothing about antlions in real life. Like, do they enjoy fresh air? Do they live underground? I don't even know if they live underground.
I know ants exist, and I know lions exist. I don't know if antlion exists.
I'm like 90% certain they're real, to some extent.
I just don't hope they don't look as creepy as the one in the game, because there's some creepy sprites in Final Fantasy IV, and Antlion's one of them. Oh my god, there's the wiki.
It turns out you can just go to Wikipedia and type things in and find out if they're real or not. What? Internet is so wonderful. I'm not clicking on it. I feel like I don't want to look up bugs right now. Also, I guess we're supposed to be watching this race or something.
Well, it looks like Rybon did Super Cannon Room, which had that water hag, so we're gonna find out what key item's there. We know it's not the darkness, but any key item could help. And it looks like Moleboy is getting through the second dwarf castle with DKC and decide not to take the foo right now.
Yeah. Wonder if they're going to keep Tel for anchoring purposes and have Koram on healing duty, or?
So that is an adamant, so... where did Legend Sword come from?
Legend Sword was, I think, Sheila 2? No.
Because I know NG Dave has Legend Sword.
Yeah, absolutely. Dwarf Castle.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, we are just failing this test tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna have to take some summer school here or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just say that, yeah. Ooh, that nice virus.
Oh no, this is summer school! Oh
no! Oh
no! Meanwhile, we have Edgy Dave cracking eggs. They're gonna get their levels before they go to the moon, and then they're just looking to sweep the whole thing and run down to Zeramis. This seed is looking pretty much solved for them. They are probably gonna have to fight a couple of incredibly rude bosses on the way, but, you know, once you get those levels, most things can be done once you have enough levels for them here, especially when you have Yang, who doesn't care about levels. You have Fusoya, doesn't care about levels.
Mm-hmm.
Edge, we know he has decent equipment here. Tel is going to be anchoring, has some utility. Not sure what Kane has equipped, but he's probably fine as well.
Oh no. Moleboy just reset out of Dwarf because Moleboy forgot about the warp glitch.
Oh, so that's why he's back in here doing this again?
Which, I mean, good that he thought of it, because this is the way to music, which will give him the darkness crystal. So good for him. But still, oof.
Yeah, but with Dwarf Castle, if Tella has warp, which I'm assuming he does, You can go to the inn, rest, and then you just have to cast warp like 4 times instead of 1, and you're back in the room.
Really?
Yeah, you can, as long as you don't leave the castle. Speaking of that sort of thing, Commander Leonhardt in chat, let me tell you all a story that people are super not sick of yet. A few weeks ago, Wacky Race is the one where any treasure, you have to fight get the treasure out of it. And Commander did Dwarf Castle, realized he didn't have warp on his Palom, started opening treasures, and the first one was like a silver knife, and he took the fight, and we're all just like, what are you doing? And then we realized he started opening every single treasure in the entire Dwarf Castle, and then he eventually got his Palom up to warp while he was on like the top floor or something, cast warp 8 times and got the item.
Amazing.
It was so good. So yeah, as long as you don't leave the castle, you can just warp in there.
I didn't know that. See, I'm learning something new every day.
And here I was like, wow, I really hope Heart Gamer can carry me through the play-by-play here. You're doing fantastic for the record, but
no.
This is definitely a night of 2 color commentators, as you all can see.
That's very true. And we got Neon Gray taking on some of the trap chests here on tower, hitting those eyes pretty hard.
Wonder what I'm looking for.
Maybe some good gear? Because it doesn't look like Neon Gray is trying to steal any sirens.
Yeah, they already bought a bunch from Evelyn when they got them for everyone else. Yeah. Meanwhile, speaking of people who've done their grind, NG Dave going up to the moon. We're going to see which order he tackles this all in.
Possibly just get a little extra level too before doing the top. Probably more looking for key items, or not key items. Little extra items that could help with the characters that they have.
These chests, these alerts, if you don't alert anything, they only give you 2,000 experience, which is not a great investment for time versus experience points. So it's definitely some sort of item dig here.
Hourglasses. So if NG Dave wanted to, could do gold dragons. And we got Rybon getting his twin harp, so he'll be able to go get darkness as well.
So speaking of what Neon Gray is doing here, if you ever played a seed that has K-Trap on, where key items are found in trap chests for any particular reason, such as, say, a certain 2v2 club that's going on right now, if you can get underground and you have a way to cast Stop, you can very easily check the 4 trap chests in this area simply by casting Stop on the alerts, and then just destroying them at your leisure before Stop wears off.
I didn't know that either.
There you go.
See, I'm learning this stuff all the time tonight. Oh, fun.
This is summer school, after all, apparently.
That is very true. And Moboy did his warp glitch, so he's going to get his twin harp and be able to go do darkness, or go get darkness, so that's kind of nice.
The question is, will he actually go do music first, or will he go do something else?
Nope, Gauntlet was in Miss Cavit's Water Hag. That was here at the tower.
So we're going to see, it looks like NG Dave is getting set up for the boss here.
Oh, I missed it. Did we find... Oh, we found our D-Mist! And, oh, we don't get to see
what darkness!
D-Mist... Yeah, D-Mist was on darkness, so it had some type of touch to the darkness, I guess.
But yeah, this is what we're not going to see. I'm sorry. This is a very good skip here. The 5 LST chests are most likely better at this rate.
Yeah, But the thing is, would you take it if, like, Golbez or Wyvern are somewhere ruder?
Those bosses are usually faster, because the thing about Demus is that it's often, like, if it's in a punchy spot, it's hard, but if it's in a less punchy spot that has high HP, it is very slow. Like, it's one of those things that eats your clock faster than it eats your party.
Fair, that is fair. That is so true. Well, we'll see what happens and see what... Pretty much gotta pick their poison. And there is a Rosa. So do you take Rosa, or do you just say, no, I already grinded, go away?
The latter. It's Porb's got all the spells at this point here.
Yep. She decided to go home. No, she doesn't live in Mysidia. She just decided to go visit Mysidia instead.
She has to walk home from the moon. Everyone's so mean.
Oh, Moboy, no, go do music. Go do music!
Let's be honest though. Let's be honest though. This is a good play.
It is.
Baron takes about as long, but it gives you a character. It also gives you access to basically the Baron treasury if you were, even though usually at this point you don't check it. There's also the own spot, which even though K7 is not on, it will not give you a key item. It could be a place to chase that D-Mist if you're still looking for that Darkness Crystal on D-Mist. And then, yeah, just the bosses here are very easy to fight as well, and there's no cutscene, other than the cutscene afterwards.
Well, at least we get to potentially check out 2 extra spots, because we did see the starting boss, who was...
Nobody remembers the starting boss. You don't have to be ashamed for not knowing this.
Oh, we found the Bygone. That's a fun thing to find.
Arms, yeah, the arms here don't have a ton of experience, so if you can always do multiple strats here. One would be like to constantly quake them down with Fusoya, or you can just do classic Zerker strats. These Zerkers will probably attack the arms fast enough to keep them down. Meanwhile, in a Moleboy's side of things, we see Octomam at Baron Castle. We're going to pretend that we knew it was Octomam all along.
And we got, let's see, we got Rybon going to check that rat tail. See what he might get. And
we have seen this before. I just forgot again.
It was Baron Key.
There we go. Sweet, you got 3 seconds before it came up on the screen. Look at you go. This is why you're the play-by-play, and I'm the color.
Nice. Okay, nice. So we get to see who's on the throne. Now this is nice because this will also tell us who's not on the moon. So if someone's rude here, we know it's not on the moon. And nope, Odin decided not to move.
No, he just...
Oh no, he did. He moved up. That's where he went.
He threw his robe up in the air and then he caught it and he did a little flourish, which I'm here for this.
Hey, Odin. So, I mean, this isn't too bad. This isn't a bad spot.
Oh, it's 4,000 experience. Like, it's a very quick fight here. And if all else fails, you got Fu. He's got something at this point.
If all else fails as well, too, you could be really... well, nope, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I was going to say you could be cheeky and try to thunderstruck it with Kane, but nope.
Yeah. At 3,000 HP, I think you're good.
That is very true.
So meanwhile, we have Neon Grey at the top of tower there, taking on their CPU fight. So even though CPU on the moon is not technically dangerous, it is still nice to get out of the way, because if you don't have back row glitched characters, it just takes forever.
It looks like Baron has Edward, but why would you get rid of him? You have the spoon. He could be cheeky. I mean, he could hide for... I don't know who else he could hide for, because I don't know if you could pull it off hiding him for Wyvern.
Basically, just Zeramis left, but at this point, you're not doing Edward strats on Zeramis.
I have no clue how to do Edward strats. I'm not that good, so...
You know how to do it? I just refuse to. It is 12 to 15 minutes of repeating the same 3 actions over and over, and if you mess it up, you'll lose all that time. It's fantastic.
I mean, impressive that the people that can do it, and I give them full props. And Enjadave is through Bygone. So we got our first objective done.
Heck yeah. And I mean, these objectives are just going to be like boom, 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 one after the other here. It's not, say, like a lot of other races where you see one objective now and another objective later. He's going to run down. We're going to see if he diverges to the Crystal Sword altar first, or if he decides to go where the other 3 are. But yeah, it's going to be much quicker objectives lined up after each other than, say, having to find this, having to find that, all that sort of thing.
We got Moleboy, who got a Sand Ruby from Earth, or Baron, so just a character, but I think Moleboy is pretty confident with the team he has, so he's going to check Treasury and see what the premium treasure has, and maybe be a little disappointed.
I like the treasure chest with 30 GP in it. That's the best one. Or 50. I'm sorry.
250s. I mean, the boomerang 20 GP.
20.
I mean, boomerang's not bad. You can at least back row glitch your edge, which is always a nice thing, unless he bought a... No, he did. I think he already had a boomerang prior.
Full moon there, yeah. It's Back row glitch in your edge is nice, but when you're doing Treasury 51 minutes in the sea, that is not what you want to find.
Mm-hmm. And Rybon is through Odin fairly quickly. So, gonna get that Sand Ruby. Did we ever take a little peep at who's was on Sand Ruby?
I don't believe any of the races have gone by Kaipo, but I could be wrong in that.
Okay.
So we're going to do Crystal Sword Altar first on NG Dave, as Rybon is probably going to turn away this Edward here, unless he's looking for an anchor. That is a great Edward color, though.
We got NG Dave going up there. Don't pop in a cabin.
Taking a little bit of a rescue poo here before the fight.
Nothing wrong with a little rest and relaxation. I mean, you've been running really hard in this seat. You deserve a break. I mean, you don't deserve a break. Don't take a break. Actually, keep going. But
you know, you gotta take a little cat nap, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't get you with that one. Oh, God, the laughing and the dragon and the stuff. Oh, here we go. All right.
Oh, hello. Oh, this is fun. This is fun.
It's always fun. Meanwhile, we see Moleboy being the one person to check the Flame Dog chest here, so we'll see what the Fable Flame Dog has today. Oh, no, that's just a reset. We ain't doing that today.
Crystal Helm. And yeah, NG Dave noped out of there.
All right, so it looks like we might be fighting that D-Mist after all, which means they might be taking the pass to Zerabus afterwards. Wait, whose Golbez emote is that? That's fantastic. I like it.
Adorable, and I love it. Oh, we actually have Rybon checking who's at the throne. Probably doing a cheeky D-Mist check.
Hopefully D-Mist and not because I forgot case someone was off, which I'm guilty of.
Nope, I think it was a check, because otherwise...
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, that Sparkle. That could be potential Wyvern, but potential D-Lunars. Wyvern would be okay, would be good because not on the moon, but D-Lunars,
Here we go, Rybon on their way, on his way to go check that Cave Manganese, get their Darkness Crystal, get the rest of their endgame underway here. As NG Day finds a Milan Z, this should be fine here. We have a couple of sources of Fire 3. He might still have a Boomerang in Edge's inventory somewhere to take advantage of his flying type, which is weird. Final Fantasy IV is weird. I don't know if anyone's ever pointed this out on stream.
But fun fact, that means since technically he's flying, you can't hit Milan with a Quake. Not that someone's ever done that before.
Gotta give him invulnerability from that Earth status that doesn't exist somehow.
Yep.
Alright, so that fight's gonna take a hot second, but it's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, I was about to say we're about to have music, but we still have another minute until music. Oh no, it's awkward now.
It is going to do some grinding, it looks like. I don't know. Neon Gray has 10 key items. I think they do.
I'm going to estimate yes. I'm not counting. I'm not here to count.
Oh my god, I love that Fu used Kamikaze. That's amazing. But we're going to be quiet for a reprieve of music, because it's some pretty good music.
It's a very good song. I was about to sing along and I was like, wait, maybe I shouldn't. And we're about to get our second moonbound player here, which is always exciting.
Looks like we have another somewhat decent boss on the moon with Calbrenas.
And he's going for rocks! Yes! Pew pew rocks!
Nothing wrong with using rocks. If you don't have a character that has rocks, another good one is trying to get rid of the first 3 and turning them into toads, because it's rather funny watching them trying to turn into a giant doll when they're all toads.
I like casting rocks because then you don't have to think about it. You just do it.
And that was a Zeus gauntlet and some Artemis arrows. It would have been funny if it was Artemis arrows and Artemis bow.
That's always a nice thing to find. But Zeus gauntlets on either Young or Edge is fantastic here.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. I honestly thought Enjadave was gonna pop a siren, and I'm like, why? Nope. Gotta sleep, gotta heal up, save, and then possibly check out that crystal altar.
So again, worth noting for people who are starting to trickle in now, since there are 6 objectives, well, only 5 of them can fit on the tracker here. Objective 4 is both the White Spear and Ribbon Room, so NG Dave has 3 of the bosses cleared so far, not just 2.
It's limited, so gotta work with what we got. So, I wonder if Wyvern would be mean here.
Wyvern kind of in most places, if we're being completely honest, but yeah, the magic here is pretty good. Val's is not that great either.
Hi, Val! Someone was about to run into Val. Oh, Cecil is the one in bed. Cecil's sleeping on the job here.
This is good. This is worth going to Kaipo for. Don't know if we found any of the Holy Swords yet, but that is the Transpride Cecil palette, so you definitely take him there.
No, but you can get an Ixcal. Rybon has both the Legend Sword and Adamant.
True that. Meanwhile, we're going to see the Vevals fight. Looks like we're going to Zerker Strats here. It's going to take a little bit of time, but with Fu on the heels and Telet being able to cast Cure 4 twice, it should be fine.
I just noticed Moleboy is on his way to go get his Darkness Crystal. So we're going to get a third music. Are we going to let it reprieve again, or shall we just talk over it again? Or talk over it this time?
You let it rock every time. This is when you get a break, Heart.
I know.
So we're going to see... Oh, he's going to go with Stone for the skip here. We'll see if that works. No. Between Magic Defense and Status Gear, Stone doesn't always work, but it was worth a shot here.
That's true, and Yang decided to punch himself. Yang, stop hitting yourself. Come on. And there was a defense sword in that shop here in the Coco shop, so that's nice for Kane. I think Rybon has a cane. So
That Kane, like, you don't trust the man there. Has he ever done anything to hurt you or anybody else?
No, but I know some people he has. And DJ Spoony Bard is up for the 3rd time. He's getting a workout tonight.
So as we see our third racer getting their Darkness Crystal, we see Rybon going back to Basidia to take Rydia for anchoring purposes. And we also see NG Dave taking out their fourth of the Lunar bosses here. So it looks like with this exit cast, we are likely looking at a Demas fight, which is pretty understandable. You would take that over Golbez.
That's very true. And I mean, with the pass, it makes it so much easier. Just pop over to Cave Value and then just head back down to Troya, maybe squish a house, and go fight Z. So we're getting pretty close to a potential Z fight.
Tell me about your piloting skills here.
It's not my fault that they built a house right at the edge where you can park, okay? I don't think the real estate agent thought of that when they were selling that house.
You don't plan your towns around whales from the moon.
Come on, does house insurance cover it? Because that would be a very interesting conversation, I think. So what happened to your house? It got crushed by a whale. Wait, what?
It's not on your insurance terms. It is definitely not covered.
Darn.
So yeah, we're gonna see how the Demas fight goes. He does have the levels, so it shouldn't be too dreadful a fight. And we do have Nuke, and we're not relying on holy weaponry. So I feel like if it lives long enough to become Mist, it shouldn't be more than once, maybe twice. This fight will not be as painful as it could have been.
At the beginning of this, so I mean, yeah, between this and I think he has a Charm Claw too. Sorry.
Charm people, it enables mad Ochre chest grinds very quickly and nothing else.
True. The second character to have a Charm Claw on, I find that highly amusing.
So we're gonna get started on our Demas fight here as Rybon is going to either the LST or the Cave Valley here. They're gonna find their Demas. Moleboy finishing up their eggs as Neon Grey is now starting their chain that will lead them to music eventually.
Yep, I think Neon Grey was doing a bit of a grind since they do have 10 key items. I know how to count them. So nothing wrong with that. Get your levels up and then just blow up everything else.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to do your grind once you get your 10 key items there, and if you decided on your priority.
Very true. It'll be interesting to see if Rybon will take on Demist here immediately or wait and then go find that Golbez and go, okay, I'm taking on Demist instead.
It does depend on your Star Veil situation. If you know where Golbez is, especially where he was so close to a save point, you can always do something like reset out, cast size on yourself so that the hold guess doesn't hold you, Star Veil up your party between the little time of the dragon leaving and the first spell, and then you could start using heal pots to get your party back up and fighting. You're all Star Veiled up, and Golbez is beating himself up.
It looks like Rybon is actually doing a gold dragon grind to get that Cecil up, and thankfully the gold dragons were very nice and took out the Rydia, so you don't need to worry about her getting levels right now. Oh, nope. Oh, yep, there. Getting that life glitch up.
We're gonna get a cool 180,000 experience from this fight.
Meanwhile,
Miss Dragon's being thrown into the oven.
I don't know how Mist would taste being thrown into the oven.
It's apparently it has bones, so there's something there.
Don't want to think about it. Okay. But Cecil got a decent play. Yeah, we've got a very good what is it?
360. It's the slingshot bonus.
Yes, the slingshot. I never think of it, so I didn't think of the word. I apologize, but yeah, I got a very good slingshot right there.
So yeah, 360,000 experience on Cecil specifically, combined with his great level growth. He already has over 2,000 HP. It's not going to take much to get him Z ready.
Nope. And Neon Grey just got their heart, so it won't be long to see them to go, hopefully go do that and get their Darkness Crystal.
Well, we're just gonna sit through the mist here, just chill for a second here, or not chill because we're not attacking the mist because we've all done the tutorial fight as a kid, and we know not to do that.
We actually just got our first place finisher.
Hey.
Solaris just finished the race with a time of 1 hour and 7 minutes and 44 seconds. So GG's to Solaris. Good job.
I believe he was racing through this with a migraine too, so double GG's on that front.
You wanted an X scale? How about if one from D-Mist? And Enjadave is pretty much in go mode now. So Enjadave is not going to be long after Solaris, potentially. Or at least going to be the first one on Restream to finish.
Yes, he does, again, his race to lose. He's already done his objectives. Nobody else has done any of the Lunar bosses yet, so he has some time here, and he's got plenty of levels. You should never technically take Z for granted, I know, but I feel like he's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I've tried. I have once in a while taken Z for granted, and it has paid off very badly. And then I've had to restart. Never good. But yeah, looks like he's heading over right. Yep, he's heading straight, and he's gonna crush the house. Yes.
Why do you wish bad? It's totally not even crushing the house. The whale is curved. It's way above the house.
I like to think that it's resting gently on top of the house. That's what I like to think.
That's better. We don't need these innocent characters just lose their home to mythical moon whales or whatever.
Yes, but would you like to do the honors?
Alright, so as we approach the sea fight here, there are over 525 sprites in the pool, most of them done by the lovely Scala Kitty here. So we're going to see which one of those randomized boss sprites we are about to see. But of course, we have to ask the most important question, is the butt cute? We are not, there are no other memes with the Z flags. They are 100% about Zeramis. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, does it even have a butt is the big one.
It is true. Some of these are pretty corporeal, I guess.
That is very, very true. But hopefully it's a cute butt. I want it to be a cute butt. But what is the biggest question we ask with these Z sprites?
You can do this one.
All right, so the biggest question we have to ask is, whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
Good job. That's way better than I ever could have done it.
I swear if it's Chickmas again, I quit, because how could you kill that cute little chick? We've had that on Restream once, and I'd be very sad.
Alright, well, we're going to find out in just a few seconds here as multiple racers are taking out this D-Mist, getting that out of the way. So this will make skipping the gold as an easier decision, I feel.
Yeah, sorry, we're in the end mode. There's no 4th reprise of music tonight. And I will make a comment. Oh, we're about to see, but I'll make a quick comment on Neon Grays. Actually had the HP run out on their side.
This is the night of the classic games, the Final Fantasy 1 song, the Pong. Here we go. Zeramis has a 4-2 lead. Can we catch up?
We have to, hopefully. I don't think I've ever played Pong on the Atari, was it?
It's fun for like 6 seconds. Games have evolved a little bit since then.
Yeah. How does it have a butt? Berserk now. How does it have a butt? I would like to know.
Also, it's not cute. It's just Atari graphics.
It's not scary, though.
Yeah, it's not even scary.
There's some pretty... That's bad, but there's some pretty scary butts out there. Have you seen the moon from Majora's Mask? That's pretty scary.
The one that gets me every time is Titus laughing, because it just takes up so much of the screen, and I don't expect it.
Yes, and we got our 2nd place finisher now. It was Possum Morpheus, 2nd place with 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 53 seconds. GG's Possum.
GG's Possum. I've heard he's played this game a couple times before, so GG's on him. Fantastic time.
Yes, he's pretty decent.
Meanwhile, we're going through. Let's face it. This is a pretty academic Surfer Strat fight. We got our 3 box winds up. We're gonna get our healing. I'm we got our first Big Bang nerfed, all that jazz. The only question is, are we going to see the second Big Bang? Which we might. These Zerkers are not hitting for as much damage as they could, but it's still going to be pretty good. Our Zerkers have good HP values. They can survive a second Big Bang. The Wombo combo of Big Bang into Meteor could be a little tricky, but I feel like this one's pretty academic at this point. But meanwhile, Neon Gray got their Darkness Crystal. And they are already grinded up, so they're probably going to go straight to the moon. We'll see if they can make up some time there.
And it does look like Moleboy is taking on this Demus, so that's a smart choice, knowing that the Golbez is out there.
Speaking of Golbez, we're about to see the guy. The laughy guy. They're all going to laugh at you. Never mind. Wait, yeah,
Golbez. Say, no Bagan.
Golbez was that crystal sword. What am I doing?
I guess Golbez is really gonna laugh at you now.
Oh, I got about 100 people for that to happen right now. I do not want to read the YouTube comments on this video.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, I don't know. Fine.
Well, Dave actually just did a full-fledged nuke to Zeromus, and unfortunately Edge is the person that got hit, but
it's always a fun way to nerf your next Big Bang. Yeah.
Yeah, you can use a spell to nerf it, can't you?
If you're near the end of the fight and you think you need to nerf a Big Bang, oftentimes you can just use a nuke and see that will tip them over into Meteor, so you don't have to deal with the Big Bang.
True, and Fu easily went, oh, sorry that you got nuked to the face. Here, let me cure ya. We got a shake over on NG Dave's side. And we got Neon Gray heading to the moon. And Moleboy is about to go dive into the moon. So we got a lot of progression.
The rest of the sea is gonna go pretty, point by point here.
Just be interesting to see if anyone takes on that Golbez. I doubt it, but you never know.
We don't see the counter nuke from Zeromus there because he already had the Big Bang queued up. And unfortunately, that's not nerf the Big Bang, so our healer is down.
Uh-oh. NG Dave has got this. I believe in him. He's got this.
If we're not going to rocks, we are going to have Black Hole, and he can recover after that. But there's the pause there, so we're in rocks. So this is where things get spicy.
Yep. Oh, and Edge dodged it like the ninja he is.
If he's wearing that ninja shirt, it's being credited entirely to the agility bonus from that. Oh, and we have our finish.
Get some GGs in the chat for NG Dave. First place on Restream, but third place overall with 1 hour and 15 minutes and 39 seconds. GG. We will see if NG Dave wants to pop in for an interview, and yeah.
It looks like he's going to join us for an interview any second now. Thank you for the GGs, everyone. Meanwhile, we see Rybon go about to check the White Spear altar and the Ribbon Room, not necessarily in that order here, as Moleboy is taking on the Bagan fight here. Probably going to get through this pretty smoothly here with the Fu on the Quake or the healing. He's a pretty versatile character. You can do whatever you want here.
We got, yep, and Neon Gray is about to dive the moon as well, so I'm gonna go check some fun bosses.
And it's worth noting they have not checked the cave value yet, so doesn't know about the D-Mist. We're gonna see if maybe they do the 5 boss fights on the moon and maybe give us a little swag walk from the Ogopogo spot straight down to the Z fight there. Although, granted, that fight is for Val, so maybe not so much.
Yeah, Val can be a little bit punchy.
But we are now joined by NG Dave. GG's, friend.
GG's there. Alright, so, yeah, I think we're going to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and get started. 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 We're going to go ahead and get started.
Hello,
So,
GG.
so how did you feel running that seed there?
Oh, it was quicker than I expected.
You were the first person to find the darkness crystal by quite a margin. Like I want to say about 15, 20 minutes before everyone else on Restream. Like you had a pretty commanding lead. It was impressive.
Yeah, you ran
Honestly,
that really well.
I was glad I decided not to dive underground right away.
And it paid off.
It paid off majorly.
So we all noticed you looked at the demist, decided that wasn't a something you want to do, and then you saw Golbez, and you're like, wow, this is even worse somehow, and then you just jet it right out of there. What was your thought process on that?
Demist, it wasn't that I was afraid of Demist. I wanted Nuke on Fusoya to speed the fight up beforehand, because that is just slow.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's demist in a lot of spots. He can be punchy in some spots, but yeah, usually it's more the speed of the fight that's more of an issue from a race perspective. So
yeah, it's having to chew through the 40 KHP at Cave Bahamut with the mist phases I didn't want to deal with.
yeah, excellent logic there. Yeah.
And then Golbez, I thought, oh, this is easy. I'll just use the star veils I don't have.
Absolutely. You just look through your menu and you're like, oh, well, okay then.
Okay, Demist is looking a lot better now.
So, how did you feel about the rest of the bosses on the moon? Like, there was that Val said Ogo, probably wasn't super polite.
I was hoping to get that Silk Web off before she spun. That didn't happen.
Yes, always the hope for that pre-spin action that rarely happens there.
None of the bosses there were overly bad. I did take the entire moon at battle speed 3, just for a little bit of safety.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of safety.
As someone who's slowly learning to set the game to battle speed 2 before even starting, I super like that.
Then forgot to turn it back to battle speed 1 for Zeromus.
This makes the fight easier.
Speed 3? I will say, that was very impressive. I didn't notice it was in battle speed 3. That was really impressive.
I mean, from the start of the moon, I was on 3, because I felt a little underpowered starting the moon.
But then after you clear... Oh, sorry.
And didn't want to just start bleeding ATB ticks to the whatever could be up there, especially that Baigan.
Absolutely, that's understandable. And yeah, after you got the experience from like doing Ribbon Room and stuff, imagine it would make the other checks a lot easier.
That was a thought, but Ribbon Room decided it didn't want to give the full experience.
Yeah, it's those dolls can be kind of rude on that front there. Alrighty. So, do you have any additional comments or?
I don't have any real comments for this. GG's, I'm certain you guys did a great job at commentating this, and I'm looking forward to watching this one back.
Oh yeah, definitely watch it back. You did a wonderful job.
Yes, and GG's again.
And you made the Pink Puffs proud. That's for sure.
True, Neon Gray is no slouch, and getting a win over them is pretty impressive. So meanwhile, we see Vivalis here being taken on by Rybon. I do believe that is their 5th boss, so we're going to see if they're going to go back and have their save, or if they're going to give us the swag walk that we all greatly desire.
And Moleboy saw that Golbez and went, nope.
And really, who can blame him? Meanwhile, we're going to see how Neon Gray reacts to this. So we're just doing our typical Blink Circus strats. We do have a Cecil here, so it's going to be a little easier. So let's see how Neon Gray deals with the Laughing Man, or if they even bother dealing with the Laughing Man.
There's potential. I mean, I don't know if they have Star Veils. Star Veils would make it a little bit easier. That's why Engine Dave was saying something about it. And they do have Star Veils.
There you go. So we're going to see if we can pop any off here. There we go. We got a free one there.
Okay.
So if Edge survives, yeah, if Edge survives, he's already veiled up.
Mm-hmm. And Rybon is through Valvalis. And I think that's the final objective.
Because they got that double 4 objective there.
That's it. So it looks like now I wonder if Rybon is going to do the swag walk or is going to leave and go through Troya.
I highly doubt we're going to see a swag walk after. Oh, no, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Yes!
Rybon. Yeah.
Oh, Rybon. And we just got a 4th place finisher with Dekar Smash at 1 hour and 23 minutes and 6 seconds. GG's to Dekar. But yes, we got the swag walk. And oh, Edge is one that got hit with the Star Veil. Or with the Shadow is Hungry.
Okay, it's Golbez is going to be pretty slow here, so we should be able to get some outpace these spells with the life pots here, but the magic here is pretty bad anyway, because it's set low so that Wyvern here in the middle of the game doesn't just mega nuke you for 9,999 every single time, so this fight might not actually be so bad after all. There's actually, in fact, there's even arguments for not bothering Star Veils here and just powering right through it.
Nothing punching Golbez. He deserves it. And we got a 5th place finisher with Rex Banner with 1 hour and 23 minutes and 49 seconds. So right after Dekar Smash, GG's to Rex.
GG's to Rex there, as we see Rybon starting his Z fight here.
With a different party, this will be interesting. I mean, that Rydia did not get any experience, so Rydia's going to be the anchor. So, and Neon Gray got through Golbez.
Yes, there's objective number 2 for them. They're chasing hot on heels of their opponents here.
And a Moonveil. All that work for a Moonveil. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad.
It does last longer than a Star Veil.
And it protects from physical.
Yeah.
As well, so that is not bad. And Moleboy got through their spot. I think it was Nylon that they got through.
That it was.
And a white shirt.
So we're gonna just throw that right on Porm, it looks like here, before they forget. Understandable.
Okay, not too bad.
Too bad. He could probably survive the Nerf Big Bang here, but using the Cure 3 item just to get him nice and healthy, he'll definitely survive through this.
Mm-hmm. We got a shaky shake.
We got that shaky shake. We got Moleboy going down to fight their Vivalis here. Ready. We got typical Zerker struts here on Moleboy or on Rybon's side here. I mean, we're probably going to see Zerker struts on Vivalis here as well, so just a lot of punching this scene. We got the Bacchus Vines, we got our physical attackers. You know, pretty simplistic strategy.
True, and I mean, having, you know, fast ninja, high character that has high HP pool, and then got Cecil. Cecil the main character, and the Fu, Fu is healing.
The way you said Cecil there made it sound like he was weaker than everybody else. But whereabouts he's the one who's getting the nerf in the next patch.
I mean, I shouldn't, because Cecil's a good character, but he's the main character, okay?
He has to be good, I know. Speaking of which, for those who haven't seen on the Beta FF4 site yet, beta.ff4fe.com, you can look up some of the changes that are coming to the randomizer soon. A lot of items being shifted around. There's going to be a brand new tier. Right now there's 7 tiers of items. There's going to be a tier A, which currently has Adamant Armor, Excalibur Sword, and Crystal Sword. So Cecil's best weapons are going to be a little harder to find, which is a move to help balance him out, because right now, you know, Cecil plus Holy Sword usually equals a pretty easy win in a lot of cases. Meanwhile, Rybon hitting those rocks, he's going to be through basically any second now.
Quickly, yes.
Probably.
And prior to that, we got both Mike 34 and Pryor finishing with 6th and 7th place, and there it is. Rybon, good for Rybon. Get some GGs in the chat. He has finished with 8th place at 1 hour, whatever, I don't know. Have to wait for the official time.
1 hour, 27 minutes, and 20 seconds.
There we go. That's it. So
There you
GG's to everybody. And we
have our second swing walk.
Yes, swag walk for the win!
Alright, so we're going to see if Rybon wants to come in for an interview there, representing the Pink Puffs. Meanwhile, we see Toadstrats up on Neon Gray's side. Not going to take any chances here with the dolls. Just going to, make sure that the big doll never comes out. Although, freakily enough, if one of the Toads tries to turn into the big doll, it changes the battle music, and that's gotten me to jump once or twice before.
Interesting, and it looks like Rybon has declined, so that is fine.
Understandable.
You are never obligated to do an interview if you're on Restream. So that's just heads up. So if you want to be part of the Restream, and you're just scared to talk at the very end, you don't have to do it. That is fine. You can just play and kick some butt on stream and then go on.
And sometimes you just get tired, which is super understandable. But in the meantime...
No, I was going to say, this was a fun seed, this was a tiring seed, so yes, I understand completely getting tired too.
Went all the way to the moons. You know how far the way the moon is? I don't. Anyway, Mole Boy starting the Z fight here, about to throw down their crystal. Presumably going to throw down some box wines after that. Nerf the Z, pretty formulatic Z Berserker strats here as Neon Gray is making their way down to the Vivalis.
It's gonna be a fun. Are we gonna get 3 swag walks on Restream tonight?
Hope so. Meanwhile, yes, we have a Foo anchor here, so
I don't think a curse ring was found, so this is gonna be interesting.
More difficult than the other ones here, but I still believe this. Momo is going to be fine. He's done his practice. And also with Zerker strats, you lose a lot less ATB ticks to a faster Zeramus, which is also nice.
That is very true. Okay.
There was that first shake already, so hopefully the slow is going to make the rest of this fight a little, safer here. We're going to see where this counter nuke goes here. It's hitting the Foo. So, yeah, Yang's probably the best choice for that, but we'll see if this Cure 3 comes out in time here. Meanwhile, we got our third one coming down. The Cure 3 does come out, so Foo's going to stay up.
And it went off really nicely. Well, go ahead.
Sorry, so we're looking at... This is looking pretty stable, especially since we nerfed slow, so it's going to slow down Zeramus a bit. We can add one more stack of slow later on in the fight if we need to nerf the second Big Bang. But here's the nice nerfed Big Bang. That's going to be an easy heal. And then, just going to Zerk and see where things go from there as we see some Zerking on Vals on the upper left here. This fight's going pretty smoothly here just because Neon Gray has all those extra levels. So this still getting pretty decent damage on Val even with the spinny physical evade that she does so well.
It's true, and we just got our 9th place finisher off Restream with Beanard at 1 hour and 30 minutes and 46 seconds, so GG's Beanard. And we'll see how fight goes, and I like you said, I'm sure Moleboy's got this.
We got our second stack of slow on here, so we're going to make Z go at a more reasonable place. Going to take away some of the zoomies. It's always scary when Z's just zipping around like a, angsty little cat there.
I was about to say, if Z has zoomies, is Z a cat?
Are there any cat sprites in the pool is a good question.
I don't know. Are there?
I just wanted to excuse the meow on stream, and I did it earlier, and he didn't meow back, and I was a little disappointed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There is, apparently?
Heck yes!
Yeah! And we got a 10th place finisher off Restream with PK4787 with 1 hour and 31 minutes and 54 seconds, so GG's to PK. And it looks like Neon Gray just got their crystals, so they'll be taking on Z soon. Are they gonna swag walk it or are they gonna safety save? They are
Yes.
swag walking it, yes?
Do it!
That is awesome.
There we go. 3, 4, 4. Gonna do some last level, agility manipulation here. See how they want to set up their agility. Meanwhile, Moleboy making excellent progress on his Z fight. Xenocat pointing out that there has to be one cat somewhere in the almost 530 sprites, which is a fair assessment. That's what I was assuming too, but
True, that is true.
Maybe a tiger. Tiger might be in there. I'm sure there's some gaming tigers.
Technically, there is a cat. We have Scarmus. So we have Scar from Lion King, and lions are cats.
Go.
So technically, there is a cat. I forgot about that. And I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it.
There you go. So we'll see how close Moleboy is to. Oh, there's Rocks.
It's
so
Rocks.
likely going to be finishing his heat fight just as Neon Gray starts there.
Oh right, and Bubsy, I guess.
Bubsy doesn't count for anything.
And is the nuke it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the nuke!
Yeah.
All right, let's get some GGs in the chat for Moleboy, finishing 11th place, but 3rd place on Restream. Good for Moleboy, good for him. We're gonna see if he wants to pop into Discord and chit chat with us.
Meanwhile, we're about to throw that crystal. We're going to see our 4th Pong miss, our 4th comeback from behind victory, hopefully. Need to crawl back from this 4-2 lead that Zero Miss somehow got before the Pong match even started, which I think is cheating, if I can be completely honest with you.
Really?
Well, yeah, you just start with, like, a score of 4-2. Like, the match hasn't even started yet. Like, why is there a score?
That is true.
And also, we have Mr. Sorbius, Mr. 50% himself, finishing in 12th place with a time of 1:34.22.
So it looks like Moleboy might have sniped that win for that 11th place from him.
Well, Moleboy should be joining us any second here. We get our star veil. Looks like we might be bouncing some nukes here.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of hybrid strats, and it sounds like we are joined by Moleboy. GG!
Thank you.
How was that seed for you?
I don't think I played it terrible, but at the same time, there's a couple things that I did that feels bad, like clearing Dwarf Castle twice.
It paid off though. It did pay off with that going for the warp glitch instead of doing Muka. You got that music, you got the harp, so it still paid off, and you remembered. That's a good thing.
It did. I mean, like, obviously, if I'd, been a little bit more diligent about finding life pots and not just Cure 2, that probably would have been, slightly better. But yeah, no, it definitely, I don't think it played bad. I think there were a couple, obvious, like, things aside from that that also just didn't quite work out, like Zot. But overall, like, I feel like I chased the things that were more immediate rather than, chasing something off. I'm glad I didn't try to do tower thinking I was going to big brain play it or anything like that. So at least I didn't play 4D chess to my detriment.
Yeah, it's sometimes you got to chase the math, and the math doesn't work out quite the way you want it to. But you played it. You played it incredibly well. You've definitely shown the progress you've gotten through the past couple of months there. You beat Neon Gray on the restream. They're a pretty experienced runner there, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you. No, I mean, obviously, like, getting better at the early game, since even though you have Edge, the fact that it's Neki makes it a little bit more interesting on what Edge can do. I was debating diving underground a little bit earlier. I think I struck a balance there. If there'd been something better on the overworld, I think it would have looked better, but overworld was pretty bare. Obviously, I got the spoon early and then never saw an Edward in time to actually make it worth it. A couple things like that, but no, I think it, didn't play particularly badly except for a couple obvious missteps, but yeah, no, it worked out.
Yeah,
You also
go ahead.
I was also going to say, you also swagged walked it, so what was that decision? Why didn't you go back and save? Did you feel like, I'm going to take a risk? Gonna
I
risk it
was
for the
leveled
biscuit?
enough. I felt like I was leveled enough that unless I did something incredibly stupid, I was going to be all right. The only character I had under 2k health was, well, obviously Fu was right around there, but Porum, but she had a white shirt on. So it's like, okay, that's relatively safe. I didn't know how tight anybody around me was. It looked like it actually paid off because it looks like somebody finished right behind me. So it worked out.
Yes.
And you got to do the swag walk for when you're on the restream for the fans. You got to give them a little bit of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of sniped Sorbius out of that 11th place, so that's kind of good.
Yeah, no, and and again, it was pretty safe. The only thing I was a little bit nervous about, and I honestly wasted some time, was just trying to see if I could find a curse string, just because I wasn't feeling great about the Agi situation. But honestly, with Fu, no matter how leveled it is, you're at that 20, which isn't amazing, but also not terrible when, most of the rest of my party was pretty quick.
Understandable. I mean, I've done that too myself in races where I purposely went around looking for certain stuff, and it's a habit. I mean, if you want good agility and you want to feel comfortable, I completely understand that. So
Yeah, I think like if I were to one of the things I would replay is probably not searching quite as hard once I had Fu. Just because like if I'd really thought about the other characters I have, like Edge is a speed demon. I think Kane actually had 2.5. Just naturally because Kane is so quick, and then Yang is also quick as well. So the only one who was really probably still matched speed wise with Fu was probably Porum. So I think like if I thought about it, also being on T standard, like raiding the treasury is never a good feeling. Kind of few moves like that, but yeah, overall just a few little things, but nothing. I don't think I made it too big of a pain in the butt on myself on stream.
Yeah, you definitely didn't do anything embarrassing. The only thing that was embarrassing was that treasury, the 20G chest to 50G chest. Like, what was that? Where was the good stuff?
Yeah, there
Good
was
one.
like I'm not expecting amazing things in T standard, but curse string drops enough in there. Overall that's okay. Like this is probably worth at least a try. One thing I am happy about is I had managed to single dip Fabul. So there's a couple things in there that I thought I did. Usually I end up usually double dipping, so I've been trying to be better about single dipping when I can, unless it's I can't get underground, so I guess I have to do it, sort of thing. It didn't end up biting me or anything like that, but yeah, I mean I think the reset on Dwarf Castle was still faster than trying to do Luca as an actual thing. So especially with how deep the Luca key was buried. So
Yeah, what boss is that, Luca? So you could have faced a wyvern there, and with Witchburn on there, a big bang wyvern.
yeah, exactly. And then with my luck, that would have been what it was, right? It's like, oh, the first time I faded or I didn't take Fu, I was like, okay, well, I know that Tella has warp. I don't know if Fu has warp. And then I just was like, you know what, like with how the spells are weighted, he probably does at 1400. So luckily I didn't have that second embarrassment of grabbing Fu and then finding out he didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. Do you have any other questions, Hart?
Nope.
Okay, and any comments from you, Moleboy?
I just wanted to, again, I know this is Pink Puff Flags. I want to call out like how great the Pink Puff League has been. I think it's been an awesome introduction, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other people, and kind of gaining more of that general idea of which seeds actually suit them. Like this is kind of the more of a balance for me on like what I like to see. Yesterday with the with the more resource strapped one was definitely a learning experience. Just learning the power of how good Palom is if you get him early and have two of them, some things like that. But no, I wanted to shout out how great the community has been, how welcoming, and how much like Pink Puff has been extremely welcoming and helping people really get a handle on different flag sets. And I'm really excited to see what we have for next week.
Glad that the Big Puff League has really grabbed your attention, and I look forward to seeing you around more.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And while that during the interview with Moboy, we had some finishes, and one of the finishes was Neon Gray, who should be joining us with an interview, potentially? So, but GG's to Neon Gray, and GG's to everyone on Restream, and it sounds like we have been joined by them. Hello, GG's.
Oh, hey.
Welcome on in.
Oh, that was fun.
How was that seed for you?
I like the seed, but, have you ever tried to fight pink puffs? Cause, oof.
They hit hard tonight. It was, they had a really impressive outing on stream. You played extremely well, but yeah, it was a good time all around. Everyone played very well tonight.
Yeah, Asuka is, turning them into sharks, though, oof.
Oh, this upcoming tournament's gonna be an awesome time.
Yeah, I need to play a whole lot, if I would have any kind of a chance.
Oh, I saw tonight. I gotta get on that grind too.
Yeah. Because I figured, like, if I play the way I did, which was frankly kind of unusually, I might have a chance against these people who are, they're very good, but they're still learning, so they're gonna do more conventional strats. Unfortunately, they're very good at whatever they did.
It's unfortunately you did also get a little rando there. The darkness crystal happened to be behind the harp, and who really wants to check the harp, right?
Well, I had to check it as soon as I got it, because I was, I just had Antlion and Baron left, and I knew by the fact that we hadn't had any signs of typing at any point in the chat that Antlion was not it, and coin toss on the twin harp, and always go to twin harp if you're looking for darkness.
Yeah.
So, how was your thought process like going through the moon, the order that you did it in, all that sort of thing? There was some mean stuff there.
Oh, not really that mean by the time that I got to it, which is why I ground to nuke before doing anything. Like, the second I had 10 key items, I just chugged all my sirens.
Fair enough.
So the thought process there really was, I get exactly one fade, obviously the Mist Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Not touching that, that's a case of, I can take it, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that fight is never pleasant on the moon.
No. Actually, I'll say this. You were the only person I think the only person on Restream that actually took on Golbez.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But he's
And
so
that was-
easy there. Like, I didn't even need to veil.
I think as a pink puff as well,
fair.
but as a pink puff,
Fair.
I think it was maybe the fact that some of them did not have star veils and did not feel comfortable.
Yeah, he's very intimidating, and honestly, you can see too that I was prepping to do the normal strat, and then he tagged me for 300, and I'm like, why am I
Right.
bothering with veils?
Yeah, it's very easy to forget that sometimes Golbez is actually completely free, but that's one of those things that you learn through experience. And these the pink puff racers, they're going to learn that as time goes down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something you get a feel for as you go. But by and large, my strat was, while the XP distribution up there is that I could, and if I was playing less conservatively, I should have ground a bit lower and gotten a lot, moved part of my grind off onto the moon trip. But the plan really was, I don't want to learn nuke while killing them. I want to use nuke to kill all of these things.
Completely fair.
Yeah, so, the plan straight up, Yang was always the anchor plan, just because when you're grinding high, Yang will always have his agility end up in an acceptable range for agility. If you're comfortable with higher agility anchors, and frankly, I would rather anchor off 28 plus than something off a unleveled character just for my comfort. But the way it fell out with the levels, Palom just flopped onto 25. I had that ninja hat from the starter kit, and that fight was smooth as can be.
Really smooth, and that's actually good knowledge for me in the future too. So I appreciate that to learn
Yeah.
that. So I learned something while watching.
I'm glad to help with that. You know, the plan basically, as soon as I realized that, oh, I'm gonna be facing these people who are really good and they're really new, is that, you know, but the plan was for old age and treachery to beat youth and skill, but youth and skill won.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is just the way it works sometimes. There, any questions that you have, Howard, or?
Can think of. I know you swagged walk, which again is impressive. I like that. That was amusing, and I think you were also the first one underground. I think. So that was
Probably because
impressive.
I went there like immediately. As soon as I sorted my kit, because that's such a big kit, you have to sort that the first thing.
Yeah, it was. As soon as we saw that, it was just like, oh, is it going to be like Sheila 1 or the Feymark chest? Like, is that going to be the Darkest Crystal? And are you just going to like jet right ahead of everyone else there?
Yeah, like the plan ultimately is for something like that, is that it's T standard. Doesn't matter what where I loot. What I'm trying to do there, what I'm actually looking for is cash for gated shops. Because that's where I got my prime. Right, the ninja hat wasn't from the starter kit. That was from Tomra in the shop. That I sold like half the starter kit to buy. And Chekhov's ninja hat. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah. So it doesn't matter where I loot, and I want to be checking these shops that are out of the way that I only want to ever go to once. So.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Well, hey, well played, and GG's again.
Thank you.
GG's.
And yeah, GG to everybody who creamed me.
You'll get him next time.
Yeah.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Aw.
I'll tag somebody on the ladder once or twice. That'll be good enough for me.
All right. Well, thanks again for coming in to the interview, and you have yourself a lovely time zone.
You too. Thanks.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right, and that has been tonight's race. We had our one vet Neon Gray with 3 pink puffs and a pink puff league, representing both on the mic and on the ground tonight, putting up strong showings all around. Looks like we are going to be rating Rex Banner, who is practicing some mystery seeds. Mystery seeds, if you haven't seen them before, are fun things where you don't know the flags until you find them out. But shoutouts to our runners, twitch.tv/neongray, NG Dave, Moboy5454, and Rybon, and also to the stream team, myself, Poorly Drawn Bees, my lovely commentator, HeartGamer26, our wonderful streamer, Xenocat823543, and our tracker who kept us on top of everything, Scythe Marshall. Thank you all for watching, and any last words from you, Hart?
Proud to watch the Pink Puffs tonight. As a Pink Puff myself, it made me really proud to see them really do well tonight on the restreams. So, but again, thank you. No spoilers. Yes, no spoilers. He may have been in the race, but no spoilers at all in Rex's chat, please. He may want to come back and watch this. So, you spoil, we will bonk. But other than that, I think that's about it. Again, it was wonderful doing commentary with you, Emily, and yeah.
Likewise, yes. All right, have a happy time zone, everyone. Take care.